while they're sledding on the hill in our snowy Kalamazoo. I'm vlogging.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see y'all on this fine Saturday morning, evening, kind of noonish. Today's video is pretty extra special, very special edition, premium. We have a motivational video today talking about really a couple different. Today's video I really have had on the calendar for quite a while. Its purpose is to show you why I do what I do, what really made me motivated to do what I do, and why did I choose to release the content that I did, and why not like some sort of gaming channel versus vlogging. So if you are new to the channel, then I would advise you to keep watching this one, because then when you can go watch my other vlogs way over yonder back in the past, you just know that much more and you'll be ahead of the game. You have one more thing that no one else had when they watch those videos. So be sure to stay tuned. I really realized about a year ago that my life was not getting any less boring. It was only going to keep getting more and more exciting. It's just the way my life has been working out at that time. About a year ago is when it really started. So I just decided, I don't want these things to go unnoticed. I want them just to lie in my memory and just for me to forget them someday. I want them to be recorded so that, I can look back at them or other people can look at them or whatever, I don't want them to be lost in the cloud of thought. Many times as a kid, I was just obsessed with like notebooks. I always wanted to just fill them with knowledge, whatever I had inside of me. But it was like ever since elementary school, I had this obsession. I would always write all kinds of things, like whatever I could, whatever knowledge was inside of me at that time. So I like to record my life too, out of all the things, video games and whatnot. But they always seemed to kind of end badly. They had to have a fallout. My mom would throw them away, someone would throw them away. Whatever happened, I'd spill my orange juice on them. Whatever, unfortunate thing, but that's just what happened. About a year ago, I really wanted to do that. Like, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I really wanted to do something somehow, and it probably would have been gaming at that time. I probably was just too into Call of Duty and Mortal Kombat then, but I just didn't have the inviting environment that I was living in a year ago to really start it, as well as I didn't have the materials necessary to really do something great, to do what I wanted to do and what I sought out to do. So essentially, I just kept the idea in the back of my mind, my wee little Carl mind, about a year ago. Many months later, I just really recognized I had a great talent for the creative mind. I don't feel like I had it before and I just didn't tap into it. I felt like it just developed over time, for whatever reason. So then I began writing the rough draft of a narrative called The Penultimate Climax. This narrative was on the story of my life. This more so was diving into events in the past, correlating while going to flashbacks and whatnot, just like a real screenplay or a movie, but it's just going so far in the past and it's so in-depth, all relating to one theme, that it's not really catching the events of the future. I'm just kind of winging it in my future and then writing them down like, okay, be sure to write this in your book, Carl. But that's not really capturing it yet. I will maybe someday, a year from now, but it's just not doing it as it happens. I thought that maybe making videos of events as they happen would also help me be able to look at them, or look at that specific time period, maybe what's in the video, what was going on, the people I was with, and be able to help me write parts of my book later on. Then I moved in with my dad, and I had more of a friendlier environment where I was more so supported in everything that I did as long as it was right. I had more people believe in me and what I was doing, so I was provided with the materials that I needed to succeed in what I sought out to do. And I wasn't really being held with like a visible wall just blocking what I wanted to do, even though it was right, like I was when I was living with my mom a year ago. So when I was provided with the materials and I did start my YouTube channel, what made me want to do it? Well, at that time, I was watching YouTube a lot, just like any other kid. We all love to watch YouTube. We have different interests and such, but really what I was watching was just so I can avoid watching Telemundo, just because I don't know Spanish well enough to really consistently watch it. So I was watching a lot of Sky Does Minecraft and a lot of Tom Syndicate. They were my favorite YouTubers. Like, both Sky and Tom are both really good at what they do, but I really enjoyed Sky's structure and what he did. It really gave me an idea of the way I wanted to do things, and the structures are just a good thing to have. But Tom is simply like the best at what he does. I can't argue with that. There's only so many other people that I can really say are better than Tom, and I suppose I'd probably be PewDiePie, but I mean, you can't really argue with him. But it really got different when I started watching his vlogging series that I just didn't really have a concept of what that really could be. It was totally a different idea. I just recognized how much easier it was for him to show his personality in real time versus in whatever other thing he could be doing. Which obviously was just a general concept that was just more compelling to think that you can really put your personality, who you are, or in what you do on a showcase, on a pedestal in front of the public. And it just, when a viewer watches it, they think, well, I can do that too. I just like anything else. When someone watches, I guess, Kobe or something dunk or shoot a three, they think, well, I can do that too. Well, it inspires other people to do the same thing, which that had effect on me because I'm just a follower, I guess. Not really, but I thought it would be a cool idea. This is something that really presented the idea, like, why would I start YouTube now? Like, it's just kind of, it seems a little out of place or a bit random. I have all the ideas, I have the personality, I have the speech ability, I have the story, the materials, but why now? Well, that's when New Year's really rolled around. I thought, like, wow, now it's a new year. We can make a resolution to say, hey, let's start a YouTube channel and be successful and go through with it, really. Like, now's the time. It's a new year, new me. Let's do something new. I mean, you can record the entire year of 2016. It just seems like the right moment. It presented itself towards me. And thus, the first video of Carl Watts III's channel was born. Bum, bum, bum. But YouTube, when it started, definitely did not come out with some struggles when I did it. So for those of you at home that really got that same idea that I did, don't think that it's going to be very easy, because it definitely was not for me, and I don't think it ever has been for anybody who has really started out YouTube. Some struggles that I had, first off, was just I didn't have the space on my first phone that could really carry out the deed of holding all that many videos and whatnot past like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It just sucked. That's why some of my videos, we just kind of noticed they're very short and not really, they didn't really succeed when I wanted to, but they just got through. Another thing that I really struggled with was just editing. Since the first video, it was always something that was very difficult for me. I never really, there's so much I want to put into it, something I want to change. Well, no matter how many how-tos I can watch on YouTube, a lot of it has to be self-taught. As time went on, I got better at some things, maybe like clipping or cutting or, you know, whatever, something like that. But I never really fully succeeded in what I wanted to do. There's something more. There's always something more I want to put into, something more I wanted to change, or one more image I want to put in. And when I tried, sometimes it somehow failed, or when I upload that video, it doesn't show up. But that's just adversity that we all must overcome. It is the resistance in our lives that only makes us stronger. Another struggle that I really had was just being a minor. I am 15 years old. There's several things that come with this. Generally in the world, being a minor means you're restricted in various ways. There are some limits to what I really want to do. Like, I want to go ride a roller coaster. Well, you need to be this tall to do it. So I guess that's a more metaphorical or symbolic example. But I can't go over there to that great view and climb the skyscraper. Maybe I would want to when I'm 18, but that's just part of life. I can't go take the same adventures like I'd like to. However, I do feel that there are some things that I do have more like privilege.
Just take a look at that view. It's a wide world out there that I am just determined to explore.
All the other struggles are struggles that not everybody has to face, but I do, is that some of us face really busy schedules. I am the lead role in the play. Well, it's hard to really mix YouTube and drama rehearsal together. But that's what I really set out to do, and I'm doing average. I'd like to do some things better, some things differently. But that's just adjustment. We are humans, we evolve, we change into something better. I think that's it for today, guys. That's really the basis of really how this came about, how I am standing in front of you today. So, with that being said, I'm Carl Watson, guys. I like to say, have a great day, camera and audience. And boom goes the done.